But where is he? How is it he leaves me alone in my misery? She thought all at once with a feeling of reproach, forgetting she had herself kept from him everything concerning her son. She sent to ask him to come to her immediately. With a throbbing heart she awaited him, rehearsing to herself the words in which she would tell him all, and the expressions of love with which he would console her. The messenger returned with the answer that he had a visitor with him, but that he would come immediately, and that he asked whether she would let him bring with him Prince Yashvin, who had just arrived in Petersburg. He's not coming alone, and since dinner yesterday he has not seen me, she thought. He's not coming so that I could tell him everything, but coming with Yashvin. And all at once a strange idea came to her. What if he had ceased to love her? And going over the events of the last few days, it seemed to her that she saw in everything a confirmation of this terrible idea. The fact that he had not dined at home yesterday, and the fact that he had insisted on their taking separate sets of rooms in Petersburg, and that even now he was not coming to her alone, as though he were trying to avoid meeting her face to face. But he ought to tell me so. I must know that it is so. If I knew it, then I know what I should do, she said to herself, utterly unable to picture to herself the position she would be in if she were convinced of his not caring for her. She thought he had ceased to love her, she felt close upon despair, and consequently she felt exceptionally alert. She rang for her maid and went to her dressing room. As she dressed, she took more care over her appearance than she had done all those days, as though he might, if he had grown cold to her, fall in love with her again because she had dressed and arranged her hair in the way most becoming to her. She heard the bell ring before she was ready. When she went into the drawing room it was not he, but Yashvin, who met her eyes. Vronsky was looking through the photographs of her son, which she had forgotten on the table, and he made no haste to look round at her. We have met already, she said, putting her little hand into the huge hand of Yashvin, whose bashfulness was so queerly out of keeping with his immense frame and coarse face. We met last year at the races. Give them to me, she said, with a rapid movement snatching from Vronsky the photographs of her son, and glancing significantly at him with flashing eyes. Were the races good this year? Instead of them I saw the races in the Corso in Rome. But you don't care for life abroad, she said with a cordial smile. I know you and all your tastes, though I have seen so little of you. I'm awfully sorry for that, for my tastes are mostly bad, said Yashvin, gnawing at his left mustache. Having talked a little while, and noticing that Vronsky glanced at the clock, Yashvin asked her whether she would be staying much longer in Petersburg, and unbending his huge figure reached after his cap. Not long, I think, she said hesitatingly, glancing at Vronsky. So then we shan't meet again? Come and dine with me, said Anna resolutely, angry it seemed with herself for her embarrassment, but flushing as she always did when she defined her position before a fresh person. The dinner here is not good, but at least you will see him. There is no one of his old friends in the regiment Alexei cares for as he does for you. Delighted, said Yashvin with a smile, from which Vronsky could see that he liked Anna very much. Yashvin said goodbye and went away. Vronsky stayed behind. Are you going too? She said to him. I'm late already, he answered. Run along. I'll catch you up in a moment, he called to Yashvin. She took him by the hand, and without taking her eyes off him, gazed at him while she ransacked her mind for the words to say that would keep him. Wait a minute, there's something I want to say to you, and taking his broad hand she pressed it on her neck. Oh, was it right my asking him to dinner? You did quite right, he said with a serene smile that showed his even teeth, and he kissed her hand. Alexei, you have not changed to me? She said, pressing his hand in both of hers. Alexei, I am miserable here. When are we going away? Soon, soon. You wouldn't believe how disagreeable our way of living here is to me too, he said, and he drew away his hand. Well, go, go, she said in a tone of offense, and she walked quickly away from him. Chapter 32. When Vronsky returned home, Anna was not yet home. Soon after he had left, some lady, so they told him, had come to see her, and she had gone out with her. That she had gone out without leaving word where she was going, that she had not yet come back, and that all the morning she had been going about somewhere without a word to him. All this, together with the strange look of excitement in her face in the morning, and the recollection of the hostile tone with which she had before Yashvin almost snatched her son's photographs out of his hands, made him serious. He decided he absolutely must speak openly with her. And he waited for her in her drawing room. But Anna did not return alone, but brought with her her old unmarried aunt, Princess Oblinskaya. This was the lady who had come in the morning, and with whom Anna had gone out shopping. Anna appeared not to notice Vronsky's worried and inquiring expression, and began a lively account of her morning's shopping. He saw that there was something working within her, in her flashing eyes. When they rested for a moment on him, there was an intense concentration, and in her words and movements there was that nervous rapidity and grace which, during the early period of their intimacy, had so fascinated him, but which now so disturbed and alarmed him. The dinner was laid for 4. All were gathered together and about to go into the little dining room when Tushkevich made his appearance with a message from Princess Betsy. Princess Betsy begged her to excuse her not having come to say goodbye. She had been indisposed, but begged Anna to come to her between 6:30 and 9 o'clock. Vronsky glanced at Anna at the precise limit of time, so suggestive of steps having been taken that she should meet no one, but Anna appeared not to notice it. "Very sorry that I can't come just between 6:30 and 9, she said with a faint smile. "The princess will be very sorry. And so am I." "You're going, no doubt, to hear Patty?" said Tushkevich. "Patty? You suggest the idea to me. I would go if it were possible to get a box." "I can get one." Tushkevich offered his services.